turning back. Lily, not change the fate. Covers are always judge books by today. If they are shiny or not, every page inside is meaningful as always.
There we
But
go.
I
All right.
know one's gonna read them out again. Oh, please don't wait
We're
for
back.
me to
I didn't really.
stay
Well, I
on
did go
this
somewhere.
way. For
Um.
your heart may be
So where?
cowardly. Oh,
I.
please don't wait
All
for
right. I
me,
gotta.
darling. The
I gotta kind of
sand
like.
in the sea. You were solid right.
All right. I gotta get my mind straight real quick. Um. Instead of. Look, that song goes crazy, right? But let's start off with something a bit more chill, real quick. They took Femboy Friday off of Spotify. Don't worry about that. That's fine. That's fine. Uh, I don't know what to play. You know what? Let me. Um, where is it? I gotta look for it, bruh. It's like right. Can a brother just play some lo-fi? Come on, where is it? It's gone. You can't be doing this to me. Oh my god. I think I went past it. I think I looked over it like a fool. A buffoon. A man who is not of the smart variety. I think I looked over it. I think I did. Wow, that's crazy. Here it is. I found it, baby. Just gonna turn that up and we're just gonna keep that on loop for a second. So, how's everyone been? I, God. So, Katana only came out. I did a challenge video and it didn't take a month to come out, which is crazy. Uh, if you don't believe me about the Killing Floor 2 thing, right? It's a lot. Like I've already got a storage on my PC. It's kind of crazy. So I'm not really sure what I want to do about that. I was considering canceling the video because, like I said in the Katana only video, in case you didn't see it, I'm not. I don't have the proper skill set to complete it. I tried and tried and tried, and I just couldn't do it. Like, I'm gonna be straight up, alright? I'm not able to do it. I've tried it for hours. I even considered max prestiging sharpshooter just so I could have the most damage possible to try and one shot the boss. Like, I was getting desperate too. And then I just kind of stopped working on it. I might try it again. I really don't know if that's what I want to do or not. I will take the L, you know? I will take accountability, you know? I I was a little, you know, I was big chillin', you know? I was big gangsta, and then people voted on the video, and then I didn't know what to do, so I tried to finish it. And then, you know, it clicked in my head that So maybe, I kind of pushed the envelope this time, I don't think I could do this. Like, I really did try it. I promise you. I really did. It's been 2 months, but Jesus Christ. And then the whole other situation happened where I couldn't upload. And then I went on a damn near month hiatus. And then I came back 4 weeks ago. And then I've been kind of taking things slow since then. I posted 2 videos of Devastation. And I took another break. And then I came back with Help Wanted. And took another break. And then came back and did Katana Only. You see, there's a pattern. And the thing is I haven't even done the videos that I said I was going to do. The final episode of Zero Caliber was recorded, and I was going to edit the video, but my Oculus, I didn't transfer the footage, so my Oculus, so here's what happened. I said this in the last Zero Caliber video, and I don't know if people took it seriously or not, because I'm fucking covered in layers of irony. It's kind of funny. Like, it's hard to tell when I'm being dead ass or not. But I said in that video that I slept in VR, which is true. I do that occasionally. And so I think what happened is I overcharged my Quest and I just cooked the battery. So not gonna do that anymore. I got a proper link cable / charging cable, so it's got a smart chip in there, so it shouldn't do that. But I lost all the footage. Alright, so my game data remains, so I just gotta re-record the video. I just wanted to get that out there. I did have it recorded, and I was going to edit the video, but I lost the footage, and I don't think I can get it back from the cloud, so it's just kind of gone. But I will definitely get back on that whenever I can. But, I'm gonna keep it honest with you guys, right? I haven't been doing the best recently. I don't really like talking about this stuff publicly, but I feel like as a content creator, I gotta supply my viewers with something. I can't just leave them in the dark completely. So I'm gonna shove that aside for a couple of minutes and just kind of talk about what's been going on. So I don't really like I already said, I don't really like to talk about my issues publicly anymore, because I don't know, I just feel like I can't really have that kind of trust with people. I do, within my friend circle, but when it comes to YouTube, I look at it very differently to how I used to back when I was little. Because back then, I would just talk about anything without fucking thinking about it. But now, I think about what I say. Sometimes. Sometimes, alright? I gotta correct myself sometimes. But, like I said in the community posts, I know people read them because they get likes, which I appreciate the support. I don't know who's doing it, but thank you. You are a real one. But I kind of went on a streak of mood swings. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I don't have any plans for my future, which I'm at the age where I should be thinking about that. But I haven't really been thinking about it like I should be, so I haven't planned ahead or anything. Because right now I'm just kind of focused on working on my well-being mentally because I have a lot of, you know, I have a lot of trauma and stuff to get over before I can, really do what I really want to do. And it got in the way of YouTube as well. Like, I fucking love YouTube, and I've had points where I wanted to quit, but that was because of my circumstances and the position that I was in at the time. But I've always loved YouTube. I love making videos and sitting down and just editing them and listening to some music. And I love sharing them. You know, I don't think that's ever going to go away. I might take breaks here and there, which you have seen, that's what I do. But I don't think I'll ever really quit in a sense. I'm just going to kind of post whenever I feel like it. But those mood swings got in the way of me properly enjoying myself and recording stuff, so I felt like it would be best if I just kind of took a back seat for a little bit and worked on myself. And I still think that before I work on anything like actual stuff, like my education, girlfriend, all that, I want to work on myself first because I want to make sure that I'm in the right mindset before I try going out of my way and doing those things. Of course, school is going to come whether I want it to or not. So I'm just going to have to be prepared for that. But I hope that you understand where I'm coming from, because those mood swings were some of the worst that I think I've had in a long fucking time. Like, I can't exaggerate it. I can't stress it enough that it was awful. It was bad. Like, it was to the point where I nearly harmed myself. Like, it was bad. Like, I was in an awful position. I'ma just be straight up with you. It was bad, right? You wouldn't really tell from the videos alone that anything was wrong. But no, we're not here for finesse. Please? One more? Fair enough. But yeah. It was a lot of reflecting, kind of ironic that this is playing now, because I put my Spotify on shuffle. I had a lot of time to myself. Well, not really, because, I was talking to at least one person a majority of that time. But, nobody should ever be feeling the way that I was. And I know that it's not just exclusive to me. People all around the world are going through the exact same thing that I am, if not worse, which is a really fucking sad thought. I'm gonna just be real. But that's just how it is, That's just how it is. I can't do nothing about it. I just gotta keep pushing forward. And you wouldn't be able to tell that I'm going through anything because I don't want it to seep out into the videos I produce. Because I want those videos to be at least somewhat funny. I want them to get a laugh out of someone. That's all I want to do, while doing my own thing and having a good time also. But I can't properly do that when I'm not in the right mindset, and I don't want to start recording something in a good mood and then transition into being in a bad mood and then just stop the recording, because that has happened. I was going to do a real fishing VR video, which sounds boring as hell, I know, but it's actually a really relaxing game, and during the end of it, I started to play Help by Pink Guy as kind of like a hint, and then I was like, no, I can't post that, and so I just scrapped it. But like, that kind of comes to show like the kind of mindset that I was in. And I also had this VR, or not, Rec Room. It was a Rec Room video that I had recorded, and I climbed this big ass wall. It was basically VR getting over it in a way. And, you know, I kind of like had these intermissions where I just like sat down and took a break and just started talking while my arms rested. And I kind of let, you know, some of my emotions kind of slip out then too. And the whole point of the video was to kind of like convey the message that, you know, no matter what, and like no matter how hard times get, you know, always push forward. And it's a good message, and I should have posted it, but the reason I didn't is because I didn't stick to that mindset. So it wouldn't have really, you know, it was still a good message, but I didn't stick to it, so it wouldn't have applied to me. And I know that sounds bad, but like, I don't know, man. Like, so I scrapped that video, and the only video that I have left is me going through a Backrooms map as Jetstream Sam, and it was my first time getting back into VR chat, which, looking at it now, was a pretty monumental moment, because, you know, I slowly started to socialize with people again, and then I found those friends, which I could go on and on, but look, I love Joji, right? I love everything that George Miller's done, but God, he went from taking away our depression to giving it back. He really just started giving it back. That's probably copyrighted, so just in case. Holy shit! Oh shit! It's Poochie! You know what? Fuck it. We have to have a moment to talk about the Lord and Savior, Father Poochie. Of course. But it took so many steps to get here. Alright. Let me just skip. Jesus Christ. It's one more? No. No. One more? Alright, you know what? Let me just put on a playlist. I'm pretty sure I got one. Let me see. Vacations. You know what? Let's go with... frick it. I'm gonna go with some good old-fashioned lo-fi. I can already tell this song's gonna be a classic. So it took so many steps to be here, though. Like, you don't understand what I've been through, and I don't want you to understand, because I don't want that to be my character. You know, I don't want to be known for the things that I've been through. I want to be known for the things that I have accomplished. And overcoming those traumatic experiences is something to be proud of. So, if I'm gonna talk good about myself for once, then that's it. You know, that's something I should be proud of. 'Cause it takes a lot out of you to even keep going. Because at one point, I didn't have anything to fight for. I spent 4 months in isolation. Like, I'm still isolated, but, like, I mean isolation. Like, I didn't try talking to anyone. So I just kind of did my own thing for 4 months. And then April came around and... God. It was all luck. That's all it was. It was just luck. You could say that, you know, good karma came around, but I didn't deserve good karma. At the time, I didn't deserve anything. Because I used to be a awful human being. Like, I'm not proud of it, but I will admit it because that's just who I am now. I'm honest. And sometimes I'm brutally honest. But that's just how it is. You know. Why is this not displaying? Uh-oh. Okay, so I think it's broken. I'll keep it playing though, just in case. But like, I mean, I gotta talk about it now because that's the subject we're on. I was toxic. I was one of those people that was constantly trying to start drama. You know, I ruined friendships. You know, I've done things that I'm not proud of, and I still regret them to this day. And those regrets aren't gonna go away. But the one thing that I can take away from those things that I did is I learned from it. I learned from those mistakes, and those mistakes helped me become the person I am now. Yes, I would prefer to do things differently, but ultimately I am satisfied with how things turned out. It hurt. It really hurt to see things play out the way they did. It nearly broke me. It was awful. And then I started posting again, like on this channel, and then slowly over time, you know, I kind of shaped myself into someone new, because that change was necessary, I think, because I don't believe in changing yourself for someone, but if you're an awful person, then I feel like changing is necessary. You know, just be a decent human being, you know, and that's what I wanted to be. And so I just kind of took everything up to that point and I tossed it out. Not completely, because, you know, I still have times where I think about what ifs or should have dones, and that's not a good way to be thinking. You shouldn't be going over traumatic experiences and thinking, wow, well, I should have done this, or I should have done that. You know, that's not a healthy way to be thinking. But, God, it's It's a lot to unpack. But I think streams like this once in a while are necessary because, you know, as much as I love to put on a smile and crack jokes, underneath all of that, I'm still struggling. You know, I don't want to have that be taken away, but I don't want that to be the main focus either. I think problems should be talked about. So I don't want there to be anything between us, you know. I want there to be 100% transparency. So I want to talk about serious things too sometimes because that's important. You know, we got to keep ourselves in check. Being happy all the time is perfectly fine. But sometimes you got to just sit down and rewind a bit. You know, you got to really stop for a second and think about things. And I want to do that. Not regularly. I want to kind of keep it on like somewhat of a schedule. Like I don't want it to be consistent. If I need to, I will stream like this. But if I don't have to, then I don't want to because I don't, like I said earlier, I don't want to be known for, you know, being like this. And I've made that clear. I want to be known for the things that I've accomplished. You know, I said this earlier. And this channel has certainly been a accomplishment. In the grand scheme of things, it is just a speck on this giant platform. But to me, it's something special. It's special to me because this channel laid the foundations for everything, really. If it wasn't for this channel, I wouldn't have started socializing again. If it wasn't for this channel, I wouldn't have picked up VR again. If it wasn't for this channel, I wouldn't have built up that confidence. You know, it all ties back to this, and ultimately it was my decision, but I've been pretty open when I say that those views, like on the first video I made, it's like past 60 views now, which is crazy for a small creator like me. But seeing the support that that video got, it made me think that maybe I could do this again. And I ultimately decided that I want to do YouTube one last time. But I want to do things right this time. And that's what I did. I made it clear from basically the very start that, you know, I've done bad things. And I didn't have to make that public. But I did because I felt like it was the right thing to do. I took accountability for the things that I did and apologized. I addressed some of the things that I did and apologized for it. Now, I should have went to the friend group in question, but I think it's best that I don't talk to them anymore because it was more or less me than them. Like, they had their moments, but like mostly it was me causing the problems. So like I saw it would be for the best that I distance myself. And so that's what I did, and then I intended to go back. But after the first few weeks, I just ultimately decided that that's not what I wanted anymore. Cause like I'm gonna turn off the lo-fi a minute. that's not what I wanted. I didn't want things to be that way anymore. So instead of confronting the problems at hand, I kind of I kind of just went my own way. Like, even if I did go out of my way and talk to them, I don't think that would have made things easier. I think that would have just caused more complications. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my judgment is warped. But from the way I saw them at the time and the way they were at that time, I believe that that's how things would have played out. It wouldn't have been easier if I went back and talked to them. So I left. And that was a punch to the gut. It really, really did hurt. Because I had spent 5 years of my life and a majority of my youth working on that. You know, I had put damn near everything into it. Like, yeah, I was fucked. But not all the time. There were times where I was actually decent, and I wasn't bad all the time, but I was still pretty bad. But 5 years is a long time to put up with constant bullying and being the punchline and just constant drama, like, day in and day out. Like, not every day, but it was still a common occurrence to be fighting about something. Oh, this person did that, or you did this and told us this. Variations of that. And that's just how things were. And granted, like I've said, it was me. I was the problem. I was the reason that some of those things were happening. But I'm not playing the victim because I was an awful person. But at the same time, there were times where I wasn't in the wrong. There were times where I genuinely didn't do anything wrong, and I was still blamed for it. Now, looking back, there were things that I could have done different. But the reason I didn't choose to do anything was out of fear. I was scared. I didn't want to be alone. And I knew that once I split off from them, or some drama happens and ultimately they leave me, I would have nothing, because I really don't have anything going for me anymore. I didn't get a chance to socialize. I didn't go to public school. And I'm not mad at my parents for making that decision. I understand why they made that choice, and it was more responsible of them to do so because they wanted to teach me themselves. They wanted to make sure that I was taught right. And so I'm going to respect them for that, you know? I'm not going to hold it against them. I'm just saying that it kind of hindered my ability to make friends. And so I kind of went to the internet for that. And I think that was my mistake. Like, I wanted friends, but I went to the internet to find them. It's not the case anymore, but the first batch, was not good. I could have had things better, you know? I could have had better. I didn't I didn't I didn't deserve any of that. I really just got curb stomped. I didn't deserve what I got. But that's the hand I was dealt. And I I didn't do nothing about it. I just kind of dealt with it until I couldn't anymore, and then I cut things off. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. It was something. So now that I've put that into perspective, I really hope that that's kind of helped you understand, you know, my perspective of things. You know, I think I was wronged, but at the same time, like, look, all right, I'm gonna keep it 100% honest, right? I didn't deserve what I got. I didn't deserve any of this. You know, I'm talking about everything. Things that I've told you and things that I've kind of kept private. But if my friends are watching this, then they'll know what I'm talking about. I didn't deserve any of this. But here's the way I currently look at it. Though some things I would fucking prefer be different, there was some things I wish played out different, some more than others. But for the most part, I wouldn't change anything. Because ultimately, at the end of it all, I think it was worth it. And now I know I'm probably contradicting a lot of things that I've said, and I'm aware of that. That's just kind of how my mind works. You know, I'm bouncing around with all these different ideals and thoughts. But my current view is that it was worth it in the end because I had found I found decent people, which is fucking sad, but like it's true. They're not just decent though, they're great. They're awesome. You know, they're more than decent to me. I love them. You know, they're genuinely great people. Every last one of them, all of them have treated me with nothing but love and care. Even in the beginning, like even before they knew me like they do now, they still treated me like I was one of them, like we had been talking for a long time before that. And that's a crazy ass thought. Like they accepted me. You know? I I didn't think that that's how things would turn out because I got comfortable around them, so I started to open up more. And then I told them about everything basically. And God, they it's still kind of making me emotional. Like they accepted me. Still, after everything that I had just told them, they accepted me. And they've stuck by my side since. Even in like these past few weeks, they have been right there. They've been there. Which it really made me look at things differently. I really didn't think that I would find good people out there because I'm not gonna lie, I let my past experiences judge how my future would go. But that's not how things went. It's it's certainly a lot. I wouldn't change. I wouldn't change it for a bit though. Like I already said, there would be some things I would change, of course. Obviously, but I wouldn't change anything. In the end, it turned out okay. And yes, I would have rather I would rather have not went through the things that I have been through, but I'm fine with I'm fine with it because everything turned out okay in the end. And yes, I'm still going to struggle. Of course I am. Struggling is a part of life, because as dumb as it sounds, if life was just constantly ups, then it wouldn't be that exciting. Because the thing about, like being depressed or just being sad is those moments where things are okay, things are good, you know, those moments is worth living for. You know? You know, it gives you a reason to keep going because you want to see more of those happy moments. You want to make more good memories, to kind of make up for all of the bad memories. So you got to live a little before you get to those new memories. This stream was. It was certainly something. I think I'm going to conclude it here, though. I kind of spoke my mind. I got some things off of my chest that I have been meaning to say. As for what's next, I really don't know. I'm I'm really going to need I'm really going to need more time before I start properly posting again. I'm definitely going to need more time because there's still a lot that I have to keep in check. So just bear with me, right? And I will post as soon as I can. Cuz I definitely want to. So I will. I just kind of need more time to make sure I'm in the right headspace before I try doing anything like that. But I'm going to try wrapping up all of my projects. Like all of the videos I planned. Like I made a community post sometime back. Let me go see if I can find it. And I'll kind of read it off. That got a second? Like, what the hell, bruh? Okay, so the Half-Life 2 video is definitely one of the things I want to work on. But like I had said in the community post, it would make sense to do it chronologically. So I'm probably going to start with the first game and then go to the second one and maybe do the expansions. But I also want to do more Let's Play style videos like Devastation. Just because I really enjoyed playing through Devastation. I didn't even finish it. You know, that's why I've been kind of slow with the uploads on it, because it's not finished. I pre-recorded it all in one day, except I didn't fully finish the final chapter of the game. I actually recorded it and everything, but apparently OBS wasn't recording or something, so it didn't record. So I have to record the other half of that. But just like videos like that, you know, something I can kind of record and upload, like the Katana only video, to kind of help keep things in a flow, you know, kind of keep them going. And I'm not entirely sure if I want to completely stick with halting the VR videos, because at the time, the way I was looking at it is VR was all I had done before trying to do Devastation and whatnot. But I think I want to keep doing VR, just not as much, since I want to try sprinkling in Let's Play style videos into the mix. And the whole streaming thing, I think I'm going to build up more of a following first, I guess, before I can realistically start streaming, because take this stream as an example. Nobody is currently watching it, and that's okay. That is fine. But if I want to actually stream something, um, I'm going to need to have a few more subscribers, because I want people to actually like tune in to the stream. But yeah, definitely want to keep at that. And Killing Floor, headshots only. I think for the time being, I'm going to postpone production on it and maybe even cancel it. I will definitely keep you all updated with community posts. Definitely keep everyone updated. And I think that's all I wanted to say. I'm going to I'm going to go take a break. I'm going to go relax. I'm going to go do my own thing. And I'll definitely keep you guys updated. So, if you were watching this post stream, thank you for sitting through this 52-minute stream. I really do appreciate your time. Thank you for choosing to spend it with me. Thank you for listening. I hope that you all have a good day or night, depending on what time you are watching this. And I'm gonna go fold. So, I'll see you guys later.